If you think this is just another warning about roadside food, my brother, my sister, you are wrong. What happened to me still sits in my chest like a stone that refuses to melt. And if I am lying, let the spoon I used that day never shine again. Listen well, because after that night, I promised myself that hunger can never push me into anyhow restaurants again. Never. It all started on a Friday, the kind of Friday that feels like Lagos itself is tired of being Lagos. The sun was angry, burning everybody equally, rich and poor. Traffic was stretching from mile 2 like a stubborn python refusing to move. My head was hot, my shirt was soaked with sweat, and my stomach was beating a drum louder than the hawkers outside tapping my window, shouting gala. Lokasara. Pure water. I had not eaten since morning. Work drained me. Stress finished me. Hunger humbled me. I was so hungry that even the smell of engine oil was beginning to smell like stew. I promised myself I would wait until I got home, but NEPA had taken light in my area for 3 days. My fridge was empty. And I still had one extra stop to make. So when I saw the glowing yellow signboard of a small restaurant by the roadside, Mama Chidima's Tasty Point, home of real Nigerian food, I told myself, Omo, just brunch. One plate of rice will not kill you. If only I knew. The moment I stepped inside, the first thing that hit me was the smell, thick, sweet, confusing. Not bad, but not exactly good. Like stew that had stayed too long on fire. The air was warm, almost too warm, and the fan hanging above was spinning lazily like it was tired of life. But hunger does not hear warning. Hunger does not respect instinct. The place was small, a few plastic chairs, cracked tiles, 2 women behind the counter serving food with tired faces. The kind of place that tries to look neat but somehow still looks like everywhere needs a second washing. A man in a black hoodie was sitting in the corner. He wasn't eating. He wasn't drinking. He was just watching, quietly. Normally, I would have bounced. But my hunger was singing praise and worship in my stomach. So I swallowed the feeling and sat down. Madam, abeg give me rice and stew, and add small plantain, I said. The woman nodded, her face expressionless, her eyes dark like she had not slept well in weeks. When she scooped the stew, I noticed her hands shaking slightly. I noticed the stew was thick, too thick. But I told myself it was none of my business. My stomach just wanted peace. As soon as the plate touched my table, my body calmed. The rice looked good. The stew smelled hot. The plantain glowed golden. But something felt off. I didn't know what it was, but something whispered, don't eat. But hunger pushed me, eat jaw, you'll be fine. So I took the first spoon. At first, everything tasted normal, too normal. Like the food was trying to pretend. But halfway through the plate, I started noticing things. The stew was sweet in a strange way. The rice had a small aftertaste. The plantain was soft but had a faint bitter undertone. I slowed down. The woman behind the counter was watching me now. Not friendly watching, the type of watching you give someone when you are waiting for something to happen. Then the man in the hoodie stood up and walked outside without ordering anything. That was the moment my instinct screamed loudly, leave. Stand up now. Something is not right. I dropped my spoon. My stomach felt heavy, not painful, just heavy, like something inside was sinking slowly. My throat felt dry even though I had not swallowed much. A small chill crawled up my back. I looked around. Someone at another table, a tall man, stood up and walked to the restroom, holding his stomach. Another lady stopped eating completely and started breathing heavily. The room began to feel hotter. The fan was spinning slower. The lights flickered. Something was happening, but nobody wanted to admit it. The woman at the counter said suddenly, just finish your food quickly. Rain won't fall. Everywhere go dark soon. But the sky outside was clear. Not a single cloud. That was when fear grabbed me fully. I stood up. Madam, how much? She hesitated. Why you dey rush? Sit and relax now. I shook my head. Omo, Just tell me the price. She leaned closer, her eyes sharp. 1,005. I paid immediately. Didn't even bother to collect my change. My mind was already running ahead of me. As I stepped outside, the man in the hoodie was leaning beside the wall, making a phone call. I only heard one sentence before he noticed me.
They are
Yes,
eating it now.
they are eating it now.
They are
I
eating
froze.
it now.
He looked at me. For a second, our eyes locked. His face was blank, expressionless. Not threatening, just empty in a way that felt worse than threat. I walked away quickly. Very quickly. By the time I reached the bus stop, my stomach had started reacting. Not sharp pain, no. Just a slow, spreading heat like something alive was moving through me. My hands started shaking. Sweat poured down my face even though the breeze was cool. I knew something was wrong. I took a kiki and told the rider, "Oga abeg, please drive fast." Every movement of the tricycle made my stomach roll. My head was buzzing,
what's
my
wrong?
vision slightly blurry around the edges. When I got home, I rushed
Hey,
inside.
what's wrong?
My neighbor, Sei, was outside, washing his bike. He greeted me. I tried to answer, but the words felt thick on my tongue. Inside my room, the real nightmare began. My stomach turned violently, and I rushed to the bathroom, expecting the usual food poisoning symptoms. But nothing happened. No vomiting. No diarrhea. Just a burning, twisting pressure like something was pushing against my insides from the wrong direction. My heartbeat changed rhythm. Fast. Slow. Fast again. My skin felt cold. I sat on the floor, trying to breathe. Then suddenly, my entire body jerked forward, not from pain, but from a strange shock that passed through me like electricity. I felt dizzy, weak, unfocused. My phone buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. "Don't sleep." My heart almost stopped. I typed back, "Who is this?" No reply. My legs were shaking. My breathing became shallow. Sweat dripped down my back. I forced myself to stand and looked in the mirror. My eyes looked different. Not red. Not swollen. Just wrong. Dull. Fading. I panicked. I called my friend Femi. "Bro, something is happening to me.
Bro,
I
something
think-
is wrong with me. I think it's the food.
I think the food." Before I could finish, the call cut. My phone went off. Battery 42%. I tried to switch it on again, nothing. A wave of weakness washed over me. My body felt heavy like cement. The room was spinning slightly. I held the wall and inhaled deeply, praying silently, begging God, telling him I would never eat outside again if he saved me. Suddenly, thud. A heavy sound came from outside my door. I staggered forward and peeked through the curtain. Sei, my neighbor, was lying on the ground, clutching his stomach. His face was pale. His lips trembling. "Sei,"
Did you eat
I
outside?
shouted.
In the restaurant?
He looked at me weakly. "Bro, that restaurant for Junction, you chopped there today." My chest tightened. "Yes." He nodded slowly. "I ate their meat pie. I think something is inside." He couldn't finish. He passed out. I ran outside, shouting for help. People gathered. Someone called an ambulance. 2 others tried to carry him. I was shaking from fear and from the strange burning inside me. The ambulance came. They carried Sei inside. The nurse looked at me and asked, "Are you okay?" I opened my mouth to answer. But
I
then,
think so.
everything around me began to fade, like God was slowly dimming the world.
I think so.
The nurse's voice sounded far away. People's faces blurred. My legs felt weak. My heart thumped loudly, once, twice, then slower, slower. I collapsed. But I did not lose consciousness completely. I was stuck in a strange half-awake state, hearing everything but unable to speak. The nurse said, "We need to take him too. They must have eaten the same thing." They carried me into the
We have to
ambulance
try to take
beside
him to
Say.
the hospital now.
Inside the ambulance, my vision was darkening at the edges. The burning feeling inside me was spreading. My hands were numb. The siren wailed above me like a distant cry, fading in and out.
This is the fourth case today.
The nurse whispered to the driver, "This is the fourth case today. Something is happening in that area." Fourth. How many people had eaten the food? My mind tried to form the question, but my mouth wouldn't move. We reached the hospital. They rushed us inside. A doctor examined me quickly, shouting instructions I couldn't understand. They connected drips. They took blood. They injected something cold into my veins. Slowly, the burning began to come. My heartbeat steadied. Hours passed. I drifted in and out of sleep. When I finally woke fully, the doctor sat beside me. "You're lucky," he said. "Whatever you ate had a dangerous substance inside. Not poison, but something that should never enter the human body." I swallowed. "What was it?" He looked away. "We don't know yet. But we're investigating." I wanted to ask more, but fear sealed my mouth. Later that evening, a police officer came. "We closed the restaurant," he said. Health officials went there. What they found? He shook his head. "It's better you don't know."
They closed up.
But the way he said it made me want to vomit. Say survived too, barely. 3 other people from that street ended up in the same hospital. One woman didn't make it. Her family cried outside the ward all night. The next day, I forced myself to walk to the window. Outside, Lagos was moving like nothing happened, cars honking, people shouting, hawkers selling. But for me, everything had changed. I realized how close I came to dying because of one plate of rice. One careless decision. One moment of hunger. Since that day, when I pass anyhow restaurants, my chest tightens. My stomach flips. My instincts scream. Even the smell of stew outside scares me. And the message from that unknown number: "Don't sleep." I still don't know who sent it. Or why. Sometimes, late at night, I remember the man in the hoodie. The way he watched us. The way he whispered into the phone. Were they testing something? Was it deliberate? Or was it negligence? Nobody knows. All I know is this: hunger will not kill you. But one wrong restaurant can. If you like your life, your health, your tomorrow, shine your eyes. Use your sense. Not every food outside is your friend. Not every restaurant is truly tasty. Not every kitchen has clean hands. Learn from me. Because the day I ate there, my life almost ended like a candle inside rain. Until today, my body still rhymes with one truth. If you eat in anyhow place, your story may end in anyhow way.